let's move on to generator connections. So the question is, you've got that as a generator, and we've already said it's going to be 120 volts at 0 degrees, or at 120 degrees, or at minus 120 degrees. And the question is, how do you hook up 3 of those to create your 3-phase power? And it turns out that there's 2 different ways that you can connect generators. You can either connect them as a Y connection, or you connect them in the Greek symbol for this triangle is delta. So you can connect them as in a Y or in a delta. The Y connection is the most obvious. Oh. Here's your 120 volts at 0. Here's your 120 volts at 120 degrees. And there's your 120 volts at minus 120 degrees. VA, VB, VC, and you take the middle and you throw it in the earth and call it 0. So that's the simplest with a Y connection. There is another way that one could conceivably connect the generators. Remember, we said that these things look like 207 volts between the legs. So you could just as well create this. And I don't remember what the angles are. I'd have to look them up. But what I want to get across is that although both of these things work well mathematically, in practice, for generators, we only use Y connections. We never use delta connections. And the reason for that has to do with balance. If these 3 voltages aren't exactly the same, for a Y connection, everything still works fine. For a delta connection, if these 3 voltages aren't exactly 207, or if the angles are not exactly at 120 degree multiples of each other, then there'll be a net positive or net negative sum of voltages around this loop, which KVL says can't exist, and you'll end up having infinite current flow. And so in practice, you never use delta connected generators. You only use Y connected generators. But your load you can have Y connected or delta connected loads. So these are okay, okay, and okay. Shoot. I want to give one very short clarification between 2 things that